Hello lovely people and welcome. This video is a little late because I ran into disk space issues, but I've got everything sorted out and I'm recording and editing again. The past week I think went very well as far as my drawings are concerned. I think I've jumped a level and I'm pretty happy about that. I did not stay totally thematic to Halloween, but there are a few in here that are approaching that idea. This black cat, for example. I've been reusing some of the techniques that I've done before, resists and things. And for today's drawing, or the drawing on the 29th, what I decided to do was an image of the full moon in the clouds that I had seen a couple of days ago. The full moon didn't line up with Halloween, but it was the previous week. So I decided to use a little bit of resist just to remember where the moon was, so I didn't go over them with clouds. And my original plan had been to do sponge work to define the clouds. I made a couple of different dilutions of the India ink. But as I started doing this, I found I kind of liked what I was seeing with the brushwork, and I decided just to continue the whole thing using the paintbrush, trying to keep it lighter right around the moon. I was going for that effect where the sky is generally cloudy across the board, but the moon is so bright that you don't really see the clouds right in front of it or right around it, and then you get those wonderful changes in color depth as you go. So for this, I pretty much just did layers. I didn't do any sponge work after all. And I used progressively, I worked completely wet and wet, and I used progressively darker shades of the India ink, going from a very dilute to a much darker. And finally, at the very end, I used undiluted to get some good darks in around the edges. And overall, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I like the way the water actually spreads the ink out vertically as well as horizontally in places. I'm pretty happy with this. I think I got the effect I wanted. And then I peeled the resist off and ran into a little bit of trouble over on the left side there. The resist peeled up some of the paper, and I worried it a bit, and I think I actually made it worse. Also, the moon wasn't super well defined itself, so I took a little bit of yellow marker, water-soluble marker, diluted it in water, and made the moon just that slightly yellow shade, and I think that worked very well. Finishing up with just a little bit of cloudiness right on the face of the moon, pulling off the tape, which always, I think, makes it look sharp. So, as always, thank you so much for coming and looking at what I'm doing. I appreciate it. If you like it, please subscribe, and come back next time. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be well.